Okay, this is going to be posted because I came across a Christian fundamentalist who is picking on Wiccans because some of them go naked during their rituals, and he was using this as evidence to prove that they're a bunch of perverts. So, my rebuttal. First, I'm going to go to the book of Genesis and point out the fall. After Adam and Eve allegedly fell from grace because they ate a magic apple, um, they realized they were naked and they hid from God. Now, nowhere in the translation does it say that God saw them naked and was repulsed. So this automatically should tell you, anybody with common sense or two brain cells to rub together, that the problem with nudity was not from God, but from Adam and Eve, or you. If you have a problem with it, it's your problem. As God is a infinite being and always sees everything. So it doesn't matter if you're wearing 10 layers of clothing or nothing at all. He always sees you how he created you. So now all through Leviticus chapter 18, you're going to come across don't uncover your brother's wife's nakedness, don't uncover your sister's nakedness, don't uncover your cousin's nakedness, blah 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 blah. Okay, it's talking about covering yourself not because nudity is a sin, but because there are some people around you who are too weak and can't control their own actions. And somebody else's nakedness will make them want to do something stupid and then blame it on them so because they were showing too much skin. Nudity was not a sin or is not a sin. It's the fact that people can't control themselves and then create sin. Now let's go into the Bible and find some passages that show that nudity was fully accepted so long as it was tasteful. In 1 Samuel 18:3-4, it states that Jonathan uh, loved David so much and he wanted to make a covenant with David. He took off his robe and gave it to David. Interestingly enough, back then people did not wear underwear, so when he took off his robe, he was stark naked in front of his best friend. So we have that. And in the next chapter, in 1 Samuel, you'll see that Saul sent messengers out. They started prophesying. He went himself, and the Spirit of God came upon him, and Saul came and started prophesying stark naked. And he stayed naked all that day and all that night, prophesying about God, naked. That don't sound evil to me, huh? And I'm going to give you two more Bible scriptures before I close with a finishing argument. In Isaiah 22, the Lord actually told Isaiah to take off all of his clothes and his shoes and live buck naked for 3 years. Well, and he didn't stop being a prophet while he was naked, mind you, so he was doing his worshiping to God buck naked. So this blows this Christian fundamentalist argument out the water that worshiping naked is somehow evil. Oh, and the other one would be, and in the book of Micah, in the first chapter, verse 8, I believe it says, because of this, I'm going to prophesy naked, just like Isaiah. So I have given you not one, but three Bible passages that support that being naked while worshiping does not make you a pervert. So, in conclusion, by judging others doing something you don't like, and then it's found in your own scriptures, if the world was to use your logic to judge you and your religion, then that would make your forefathers and the founders of your religion perverts. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes you look more of the fool. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about the concept of being skyclad. However, the founding father of Wicca was a nudist. Gerald Gardner was a nudist. And all Wiccans worship nature. And the Wiccans that go skyclad have the thinking that, well, you can't get closer to nature than being all natural. And, that makes sense. Now, one thing I do admire, even though I would never go skyclad, I don't have the body for it, which is the concept of they are trying to return to a natural state. So my Christian friends, when you're looking into the book of Genesis, where we, if that is to be literal. We are living in that garden and free, naked. They're trying to return back to Eden and be happier for it. So instead of judging them, admire that they are trying to return back to that garden at that natural state. And this ends my video rebuttal from that argument.